What's up, guys, and thank you for tuning in. Today's video is gratifying. Today, after a very long and very patient wait, we finally got it. We got our first full trailer for the third season of Chucky. I'm incredibly excited for this. I pretty much begged for this because we really had no idea what was going to happen after season 2. And if you watch me at all, then you know that I really enjoyed, a lot of what they've done with the TV series. And season 3 is something that I was very much pining for. So ecstatic when it got the green light. And now here we are. Today we got the trailer. At least the trailer for part 1. So usually Chucky has hour-long 8-episode seasons. This time it's going to have part 1 of season 3 and then part 2 of season 3 with the other 4 episodes will be coming sometime in 2024. And I think this is really good news because it means that, they're not going to try and chintz out on this season. They're not going to try and make it a mini season. They're not going to try and make another 4 episodes with scab actors. They're just going to wait for the strikes to end, hopefully end in the writers and actors' favor. And so the story will be able to be continued, when the real life stuff is done, when the very important real life stuff is done. So the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild still have my full support, especially, everybody who works on this series. Nobody can talk about it, and you're totally fair. I understand. It is bittersweet. I've talked about this before because it sucks to be so excited for something and the creators, the folks that make it, can't talk about it, but I totally understand. I support them, and, my heart goes out to them. And I honestly feel weird talking about it under all those circumstances, but I'm weak. And plus, I begged for it, and I feel like I kind of have to. Also, I don't think it does anybody a favor to not, at least for us, non-guild members, to, talk about it, because I'm sure that they still want folks to watch their show. I'm sure that, they still want to get paid and to make a season 4 eventually. And so regardless, here we are today with some meat and potatoes for the 3rd season of Chucky. A full trailer, looks like story trailer from all the stuff I've seen. So I waited to watch it until I was done with work today, so I can watch it with you right now. So let's go ahead and do that. But real quick, actually, so last time I did this for the season 2 trailer, I watched it with Glenn from Trick or Treat Studios because I'm pretty sure that we knew for the most part that they were going to be in the series, but I was really wanting to manifest it, and so we did get Glenn Glenda in the trailer for that. So today I'm going to grab something a little different I want to watch the trailer with, because I'm going to try and manifest something else I want to see in season 3. I, for one, really want to see the return of the original Chucky Prime. I want to see the scarred head return. So today we're going to watch this with a friend of ours, so yeah. Are you excited, buddy? Your first Chucky TV series trailer. I don't know, he might have seen the other ones, but all I know is he's going to be watching this one with us here today. We're going to set you up right there. I think that's just about perfect. I think I've talked way too much, so let's go ahead and watch this here trailer. I'm nervous. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me? All right, let's do this. We can do this.
You bitches miss me?
Henry, I know moving to a new house can be a little scary, but you'll get used to it.
The White
At
House?
least there's one good thing.
What's that?
I'm glad the graphics seem different this season.
Our son has taken to this doll in a way that we find perhaps a bit odd, but it seems to be therapeutic.
Is Devin Sawa already dead? Did they already kill the president? No, there he is. I love how they did Chucky's bangs.
Devin, check your phone.
The boys! They're back! The goats!
You bitches miss me?
Okay, Chucky, you wanna play? Let's play.
Hey, hold on. The Wi-Fi's surprisingly crappy here. You're not the producer from Dateline.
Where is my sister?
Chucky took her.
Help! Caroline, you don't have to do this.
I'm his new friend till the end.
Knife drop.
Have you seen the news? Is that Chucky in the White House?
We're responsible for Chucky.
We're going to DC. He knows where my sister is.
We're gonna kill Chucky, guys.
Oh, Jesus.
Again.
He's a killer in the White House.
This is gonna be our bloodiest Halloween yet.
Oh my god.
I think he found the Oval Office very interesting.
So we're gonna
talking about?
Killing people.
What the?
the fucking Kenan Thompson. What the fuck? All that and Chucky. What the fuck? Okay, so it looks like we're gonna see some stuff like from the immediate end of season 2, obviously with Caroline and then Tiffany. Looks like we're gonna see a continuation. We had the shot of Chucky in the bell dress. The doll itself, like, he looks mean, he looks angry, like, he looks fucking just snarling. I love that logo too with the eye. And I'm just ultimately really glad to still see Dom Mancini getting his flowers on this, you know? So obviously with everything going on, I wouldn't think that they'd like scrub his name or be dicks about, you know, the presented title, but it's really nice to see in a trailer from Dom Mancini because the GOAT. I'm also really glad that folks can stop asking the question if Lexi, Devin, and Jake are in this season, because it was already confirmed they were. They've already been on set. And obviously now we kind of understand that their role here, and it looks like they're hanging out with Miss Fairchild. So I'm really curious to see kind of where that goes. I really, again, want the dynamic of Miss Fairchild with that group of, you know, at this point, young adults helping them, because we very rarely have adults actually helping in this series. You know, Karen Barkley is like the original and one of the only ones that, you know, really helps out afterwards as far as the adults and really like believes the young person who says that the doll is alive. So it's really cool to see that type of character. I really hope that like Miss Fairchild does not get offed in like episode 2 or 3. That would suck. Just some great like different character potential there and some great character interactions. And we get our first look at Tiffany in prison, so they do end up getting her, and I'm curious like what that means. You know, did Chucky end up being responsible for that? You know, did they find her with Caroline? Was Nika responsible? We did see a shot of Nika, and I hope to God that Nika gets some flowers this season. She deserves it. It's Future Fizz here from the editing room again, and I'm editing and stringing this all together, and I went to look for something which apparently I can't find, having actually talked about it. I guess maybe I imagined it, but we gotta talk about it. So, Andy. We actually get a look at Andy in this trailer, and it's actually kind of terrifying. And it's kind of terrifying because I never really saw Alex Vincent posting about being on set. I never saw him confirm it, and he's somebody who is very coy about, you know, his role and Andy's role in the series. But, you know, the fact that he's showing up this early, the fact that we're seeing him in this kind of like weird sense of peril, it really does kind of worry me. I don't know, like, I know that that's what they want you to think, you know, they're gonna put that in the trailer, but like, Andy Barkley is like a character that I just naturally always worry about, and now, because of what's in the trailer, I'm actually kind of scared for him. Now, I know a lot of folks say that, you know, they can't see him killing him off, but, you know, I don't know, like, if, you know, a lot of folks feel that there's no stakes in this series, if a lot of folks feel that, you know, that type of stuff needs to be taken seriously, one thing to really establish precedent is to take Andy off the board, but it's also just a really big move. It's a big move because Andy is like one of the original survivors. Like, when I think of slasher survivors, you know, you think of Sally from Texas Chainsaw, you think of Laurie Strode, you think of Nancy Thompson, I think of Andy Barkley. He's one of those originals. And now, after all these years, you know, Nancy and Heather's story continued. Laurie Strode got multiple continuations of hers. Texas Chainsaw did whatever they did in that most recent one with Sally. But Andy Barkley has survived throughout, you know, 30 plus years and all these movies. Andy Barkley has survived. So to see him in a predicament that's like very similar to, you know, what he found himself in Child's Play 2 is very interesting, and, you know, he probably will kind of take care of it, but I'm just like really curious. It does look like Caroline is in the room when that's happening. You know, how far does Caroline go into the story? You know, maybe it takes like a really dark turn. Maybe Andy actually intends to fight back against Chucky, and then like maybe actually ends up hurting Caroline, and now you have this, you know, cross section to where, you know, Andy's responsible for something happening to Caroline. I don't know. This is the like real crazy fan theory part that's been turning in my head since actually filming this. But yeah, man, it's scary, interesting stuff. So I'm sorry, I just needed to pop in here real quick and talk about Andy. A very important thing to talk about, him showing up in the trailer here, and obviously where his story goes and where it lies in with this ongoing story. And I also needed to admit that, yes, they got me. I am worried about Andy Barkley, so sue me. And I'm just like really curious about, like, you know, they see a good guy doll on TV and they're immediately like, Chucky's in the White House. That's obviously Chucky. Is it because they're reporting people being murdered in the White House? Or do they just like look at the good guy doll and they're like, that's it? It's obviously him. In this, a lot of really good potential. Again, to see, like, we did kind of hear about that Tiffany might be navigating prison, and I'm really curious how that's going to work. You know, are they gonna kill off the Jennifer Tilly body, and are we gonna say goodbye to like in-body Jennifer Tilly acting in this series, this franchise, and get the doll back? Or I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel kind of bad because I didn't like react much to that trailer because there was a lot going on that I was trying to absorb, but man, like, we are spoiled. At least I feel spoiled. You know, I honestly thought that the TV series was going to be delayed entirely, and part of me kind of still does wish it was, because again, the strikes, you know, I want to, you know, I want Dawn to be able to talk about it. I want Jennifer Tilly to be able to talk about it. And I'm glad ultimately that if NBC Universal is going to, you know, keep pushing it and say, you know, we are going to put out what we have, then again, they're doing it at least the way I wanted them to do it, which is, you know, let's go ahead and pause. We'll resume when they come back. So again, everybody has my full support here. But obviously we are still getting it, so folks like me are still going to be able to talk about it, and you know, hopefully again that this works out in the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild favor for these strikes here, because yeah, absolutely, these people take, you know, so much time out of their lives, you know, their careers, you know, so much time away from their families to create something that, you know, we really love, and you know, yeah, like, pay the people, absolutely, but you can afford it because these people are worth it. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for season 3? Are you glad that we are actually going to be getting the first half of it? Are you excited from what we're seeing? Are you somebody who is mad that Devon Sawa's in this? I'm really excited. We're going to see Devon Sawa back for his fifth character. You have Lucas Wheeler, Logan Wheeler, Father Bryce, then you also have his stint as Chucky in that brief scene at the end of season 2, so that counts. And then now you have the fucking president of the United States of America in Devon Sawa. So like, what more do you want? Like, that's cinema, baby. That's TV. That's show business. It is good to know that Devon Sawa was rusing when he was telling everybody that he's not going to be in this one. So now he'll probably get offed in the first episode or two. I could see that. I could see him being like a guest starring role. And then also you're going to have to do that. Like, Chucky's going to like commit like an assassination pretty much. I'm sure, like, what the fuck? I just love all the twists and turns. We go from, what if we gave Chucky a wife? What if we gave him a kid? What if we took him back to his roots? What if multiple Chuckies? What if we put him in the White House? It feels like nothing is off the table, and I'm glad that this does not feel serialized. This doesn't feel like some like weird style of like, oh, this like obviously like political parody of a season. It looks like it's going to be doing that while telling like a real story about Chucky, the real continuation of this ongoing series. I'm really happy about that. I'm super excited about it, and I hope you're excited too there, pal. Guys, please feel free to let me know down below what you think of this trailer and what you think of this new season of Chucky coming to us, and your hopes for it. I've got some really fun stuff cooked up here, guys, so if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, do all that fun stuff, because we have tons of Chucky stuff coming at you here at Fizz TV this Halloween season. Hit me up and talk theories, and feel free to check out some photos of this guy. Hit me up on Instagram at DudeSpooter. I happen to be just a little more active over there because of how quick it takes to post, so feel free to hit me up. Let's hang out in the meantime and talk about all the great Chucky stuff happening in the near future. But until that next time, guys, my name is Fizz, his name is Chucky, and that's been some excited ramblings about the 3rd season of Chucky, premiering October 4th on USA and Sci-Fi. And Peacock the next day. Finally. Thank you for watching. You made me carry that whole fucking thing.
Subscribe.